Okay, let's get started. This is Table Saw, and this is a Let's Play of DROD, Deadly Rooms of Death, Journey to Rooted Hold. You'll see right now that the screen says DROD The Second Sky. That's because I am using the more recent Second Sky engine, version 5.0 point whatever, which has a lot of nifty features, the most important one being that it has infinite undo, which hopefully will make it a lot easier to do a live let's play of a puzzle game like this. Previously you could only undo a single move on a given screen or go back to a particular checkpoint. Now you can go back as far as you want to find any mistakes that you might have made. This Let's Play began on the Talking Time forums, where it was started as a screenshot LP by member Maris, and after a little while he abandoned it, and then I picked it up and got a bit further with it, and then I abandoned it. And so what I'm trying to do now is start it again from the beginning, so that anybody who missed the first bit can keep up with it. And we'll see how all that goes. So, first thing we need to do is change player. Obviously I'm Table Saw. We are going to create the player for this run through is Treehead Woodfist, as voted by the Talking Time Tyrants. It will have no effect on the game. We will just remember that that is who we are. This is a completely new profile, and now we're going to go play the game, and we're going to change our location. These are all of the various holds, segments, portions of the DROD story. There are also a number created by fans of various, some of them better, some of them worse, various quality. Right now we are going to go back to the second major release, which is Journey to Rooted Hold. The first one was King Dugan's Dungeon, then remade into King Dugan's Dungeon 2.0. We're going to start with Journey to Rooted Hold. We may do some of the other ones later if I find that I've really enjoyed this. So here we go. I'm not going to play the tutorial. That is my job, to explain things to you. Let's play a new game. It is always recommended that, in addition to the main entrance, each dungeon should have an additional alternate entrance whose existence is kept secret. This can be useful in case of emergencies, such as cave-ins or bad faith on behalf of the client. From the Architect's Manual, Dungeons Architects Association. The second quote is, "I don't care what you're doing. If you want Halph to come with you, you need to pick up the laundry on the way back. It's his chore." Vanafa Budkin, Beethro's sister. Beethro Budkin is our hero, aka Treehead Woodfist. And here he is, right here, with a close-up over here.
Halph, you stay here. I'm scouting ahead to make sure it's safe for you.
We are not getting sound. Hold on a sec.
Okay, I'm good.
Everything you test for, and then it doesn't work. Back to main menu, change settings.
Follow me. Come on.
Okay.
So what we don't know.
Follow me. Follow me.
Yep.
Follow me.
Oh, you're getting
Yep.
sound. I'm the one who's not getting sound. Well, that's going to be interesting. And I wonder why that is. Alright, I'm just going to go through this assuming that you have sound. If it turns out it doesn't, this is going to be a terribly recorded video. And I will redo it. So here's Beethro, here's Halph. This is an orb. You hit orbs to open doors, like that one.
Halph, what did I just say?
Uh,
No, you're not getting sound. You were getting sound before. Alright, I'm going to close this and restart. Hey, look at that. Ah, there we go.
Halph, what did I just say? Just stay here, okay?
sure, no problem.
Halph is a new addition to this version of the game. The first one was just Beethro. Now this is a scroll that he's about to hit, and what that does is it opens a little scroll on the left. In the first version of the game there was no scripting, so people couldn't talk to each other, so the only method of communicating any sort of text was with these scrolls. So there were quite a lot of them, and in a lot of user-made holes there are even more of them. So I'm going to use Beethro and his really big sword that he has right there to hit all of these orbs in turn, because I am a master of the obvious. And that one opens up that one there. If I wanted to, I could click on these with the cursor, and clicking on an orb will tell you what doors they open and what they do. This blue means that it opens them. Red means that it closes them, and orange, which we'll see later, is a toggle. If it's open, it'll close. If it's closed, it'll open. In fact, I think this is, yeah, there's a toggle right there.
I need to get back to the 10th level exit room. That's to the west, I think.
Now this is kind of continuing where the first game left off. In the first game, Beethro was going to King Dugan's dungeon to just clear out all the enemies, but partly through the way he discovered that there was an exit, a door, that could not be opened. It could only be opened from the other side, and there was no way to get to the other side. And it was kind of a resounding question at the end about what might be there. And so in this installment, we are going to find out what is down there. What we have here, and I think we've seen a little bit, are force arrows. They work just like every other force arrow in every other game. You cannot go against the force arrow, so these are pointing left, which means I cannot go right, I can't go up and right diagonally, I can't go down and right diagonally, but I can go perpendicular to it and go up and down. Another thing you'll notice is if you can see very
Some
closely,
sneaky sneak thought I'd missed this one, but Beethro spots them all.
there's a little crack in the wall, and those represent secret rooms that Beethro can destroy with his sword. Well, they represent breakable walls that he can break with his sword, but they usually lead to secret rooms. Sometimes very frustratingly, and here we go. More walls to hit.
Hey, I wondered where this got to. I was worried that the Dungeon Architects Association seal wasn't anywhere in King Dugan's. Not like the architects to not mark their own work. Normally they make it out of walls or trapdoors or something. First time I've seen it laid out like this.
There's a little scroll over here. Within these halls great knowledge grows. Outside the walls there wait our foes. To steal all thought that we compose. Let each speak not that which he knows. The Arctic Seal was a kind of a marketing thing that was done in the lead up to Journey to Rooted Hold. There were a number of holds, user-made holds, that used this symbol in different rooms, as I said, usually in trapdoors or walls, and this one is added here as a understanding for what's moving on. And now we get to come out in the other room. So this one opens up all these. Each one here closes the other one and opens one of these 3 doors, so we have to go through each one in turn. You'll notice up in the top left corner that there is a counter. Because everything in DROD is turn-based, a main focus of players is to try to optimize each room to try and get through it with the minimum number of moves. And you'll see as I was moving around there that I was trying not to move my sword around too much. I was trying to hit diagonals wherever I could, and that's a habit that I've picked up from doing these optimization. And then you want to try and leave as quickly as possible. But it's not necessary. And there's really, I'm not going to be doing too much to optimize. I forgot to open the door. Not doing too much to optimize this run because I'm going to be trying to show things off, but I still like having that number up there. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. There are also a number of aspects of the room that have to do with where you are in the turn count, although we will have other ways to figure that out later. And you're going to see me do that. You're going to see me undo just one move to get it a little bit closer. That's just my habit. There's no reason that I should be doing it.
Halph, why are you over here? Guess he didn't hear me. Hey, how'd he get in front of me? As soon as I catch up with that boy, we're heading back. Can't let him run around a dungeon like this. It's crazy.
The other thing, as I said, is that this version of the game has infinite undo. Infinite...
Hey, Unc.
Stay right there.
Infinite undo is not something that I'm used to having, so hopefully I'm not going to just destroy a bunch of work because I forgot it exists. Combo!
I can zig. Also, I can zag.
Knock it off. We gotta go home.
But I can't zig while I'm zagging. At least not yet. Come and get me. Ha ha.
Little punk, I'll come and get you, all right?
That's our introduction to...
Woohoo! I go where I want.
Quit screwing around. It's dangerous down here.
Down there is the introduction to force arrows. Here, there's a little guy up here, and he wants to know whether or not I'm good enough to destroy all of these roaches without using the tunnel. I had tunnels in the other room and I forgot to even mention them because I'm so used to them. Tunnels are these little things. You'll notice that they have a kind of a direction that can be up or down. When you go into one and then move in that direction, so if I go here and then move right, it'll move me to the nearest tunnel to the right, and then it'll wrap around if necessary. But I am going to see if, not if I hit that key, if I can do this, if I remembered all the tricks. Now, technically I think there is a way to do it that doesn't involve me even going into this little thing, but I'm going to do that. Oh, I have failed. Never mind. Now by moving through the tunnel, I get some space to come out. It's hitting the wrong keys, and they clear out. Now I'm actually fairly good at this game. You wouldn't believe it from watching. Took a moment to check on the chat room, see if people were mocking me. So Let's go see what this guy has to say now.
I've seen better. You didn't have to go through the tunnel, you know.
I'm not here to impress you.
And I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to show you the game and have the game impress you. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. What's going on over here?
Let's go, little Bumpy. I knows the way.
He just wants to show me something.
Hit that orb and open the door for me.
I'll be right back.
Stop, you can't trust him. My nephew just ran off with a goblin.
Yes, we saw that happen. Clarification's sake, I suppose.
Gotta find that old block passage and get past it. Maybe there's another stair going down to where Halph is.
And here we have more tunnels, more roaches. I didn't even introduce roaches when the first one happened because I was talking about something else. So these little creatures here are roaches. They are the most basic enemies of the game. Their AI is to go directly towards Beethro. If they can't get at him in one way or another, they will just keep running into any wall that might be between them. If it can not go completely directly but is hitting a wall and can still move horizontally to get him, they will try and do that. Now if I move, I'm going to show you terribleness. I'm going to go right in there. So I move and then he gets a chance to move. So when I get in there, I'm going to need to have my sword already in position to kill him. And there we go. And now this is going to open up all 4 of these. It's going to be a dangerous position for me, but luckily I've got all of these tunnels I can use. Don't know if I can do it without. Oh, yes I can.
Looks plenty familiar up ahead. Must be getting close.
Over here.
I remember this room. Used to be a maze. Must have been one big gubbing cave-in.
The cave of the cave. The maze of King Dugan's Dungeon was one entire level, and as you can see, what we've got here is every time there's a sequence of rooms together, it's called a level, first level, and we use stairs to get from level to level. One entire level, multiple rooms moved together, was one giant maze that you had to maneuver through and find a single roach to kill.
This is the place, all right, with that smug little door standing just where I left her. Door, this time you're cracking open for me, because I brought my portable orb.
And that giant maze was one of the least liked levels
Just gotta get close enough so I can use it.
of the game, because it was very frustrating. Alright, so now I can get close enough. This is the room almost exactly. Again, there wasn't all this cave-in stuff. This green door wasn't there at the time, but this little bit was. And now we have a portable orb, which is not really a thing that you ever have to worry about using in the game, only in scripts.
Come on, portable orb. Do your thing.
Scripts and cutscenes.
Yeah, let's see what we got on the other side.
What do we got on the other side? Lots of corridors. And 2 opportunities here. Oh, here's a nice big room. You see all the roaches moving for me. Now I'm going to need to do this little bit in here on its own. And then get these guys. Boom, boom. And here's another breakable wall. You'll notice that this breakable wall is a lot more obvious. Some walls are meant to be kind of seen and be a part of the room, as opposed to the other ones which are harder to see, which are designed to be hidden for Easter eggs. Finding the secret rooms becomes a very important part of kind of the achievement system. This game doesn't have achievements, but getting all of the secret rooms, finding them first, and then completing all of them allows you to access some bonus content at the end. That's called mastering the hold. Conquering the hold is when you get through all of the levels. Mastering is when you find all of the secret rooms and complete those, which is even harder because first you have to find them, and then the secret rooms are designed to be harder in the first place. There's a nice little fanfare now for exiting the level. And there, right there, is a blue door. Used to be a blue door. I probably should have come up here and
Gonna be mad if this dead ends on me.
showed it off. Blue doors only trigger when you have cleared all of the rooms on that level that need to be cleared. Secret rooms are not mandatory because they might not be found.
This level is connected to deeper dungeons. I knew it. Wait till I tell the guys back at Smite Master's Hole.
So, always a checkpoint right before you leave the level. Doesn't matter so much anymore, but I like to do it. Then you get a little update on the level that you just did, how many moves, how many times you died, total time it took, number of things that you killed, and the number of secrets that you found. One of the rules for this Let's Play, which we did in the screenshot, and I think I'm going to try to continue, is that I am not going to, other than that first one, I'm not going to do the secrets on my own. I'm going to wait until other people find them and point them out to me. There are 2 other secret rooms on this level that somebody else found, and so I'll be going back to do those in a little bit.